Greetings, Pierre here for the Perceptual Alchemist, how to thrive with adversity to transform your misfortunes into opportunities. Overall, the purpose of the heart and the brain is to perceive. However, the way they perceive things is quite different. And this is what we know. They're both organs and they both have neurons, but of a different type. But what's striking is the number of those neurons. 40,000 for the heart and 100 billion for the brain. So why such a huge discrepancy? And if the heart is way more powerful than the brain, what's so special about those 40,000 neurons? Well, the reason why the brain has so many neurons is because of its perception of separateness. For the brain, everything that exists is divided. Male, female, black, white, liquid, solid, and they all have a different meaning. And to make sense of the world, the brain needs a huge number of neurons to store all that information separately. The heart, on the other hand, sees things quite differently. From its perspective, male, female, black, white, solid or liquid makes no difference because everything is made of the same one substance, energy, where its perception of oneness. And from that point of view, the heart is aware of all the subtle connections that exist. And it knows that if you want to go a certain way, this and this and this will happen. The brain can do the same thing, but not to the same profoundness as the heart. It's like looking at planet Earth from two different perspectives. On the surface, everything looks separated. The cars, the buildings, the trees, the people in the event, they all look disconnected from each other. And if you're here and you want to go there on planet Earth, well, the brain doesn't have a clue of what's there. However, if you could descend to the middle of the Earth, look up and around, you will have the impression that everything is connected together in one big thing. And if you're here and you want to go there, you can foresee exactly what's waiting for you there. And that's the power of the heart. This perception of oneness, this ability to see that everything that exists is one. Now, how can we use this to thrive with adversity? Well, it's here that one of the most important choices you're ever going to make as a perceptual alchemist takes place. To perceive the uneasiness of life as either problem or opportunities. And uneasiness is something that doesn't flow easily for you, or in the language of the heart, something that doesn't beat at a natural rhythm. So when you perceive an uneasiness as a problem, the synergy of that perception will automatically engage the brain, and the brain will look for a solution. And because of that perception of separateness, that solution will have a problem that will eventually surface. And this vicious loop of problems, solutions, will start over again, and this as long as you perceive that uneasiness as a problem. To break through that infernal cycle, what you need to do is to perceive that uneasiness differently. This time as an opportunity. And what happens is that the synergy of that perception will naturally engage the heart and this perception of oneness to look through all the subtle connections that exist to find out exactly which one is going to lead you to a complete, lasting, and enriching transformation. In other words, to stop once and for all that uneasiness to come back again. Now, is it possible that the way that we perceive things can have such a huge impact on our experiences of life? And the answer is yes. And it's something that I talk about in a special 3-part video that you can get instant access by putting your name and email address on the main page of my website. Now, after everything that I've said, you're probably telling yourself like, you know what? I don't need my brain anymore. I only need my heart. It doesn't work like this because a perceptual alchemist always comes from a heart and a brain that works in concert. The subject of our next video. Meanwhile, don't let your pain be in vain. Make your misery worth it. Learn the way of the perceptual alchemist. So see you soon. Cheers.